Hey, today we are going to get the truck started. It's been sitting in a storage shed for probably 5 months, hasn't ran ever since last November. So I'm just charging the batteries up and we are going to throw them in there and get it running. Alright, I've had the batteries charging for a while. Let's see what they're at. 12.89. Alright, and this one's still charging for a little while. I'll get those all charged up, then we'll head over to the shed and get the truck going. Alright, we're headed over to the storage shed. That's where the truck camper's kept. I'm gonna throw those batteries in there and give it a little spray of starting fluid and let's get it going. It's been about 5 months. I'll get it all running and warmed up and pulled outside, and then I'll give you a nice video of what it looks like and some in-depth details. Like I said, it's a 20-minute drive, so we'll see you there. I just also wanted to mention we're stopping at Mr. Vinyl here. They wrap the truck camper itself in that nice camouflage pattern to match the truck. It took quite a while to get that pattern figured out and the colors to match. We got it as good as we could get it. We thought it turned out pretty good. I'm just stopping here to get our t-shirts, hoodies, and hats done with the logos on them. I think it turned out really nice. We'll show you how that worked out here in a minute. Alright, the hats and the hoodies and the t-shirts are all turning out really well. I'll give you some pictures on that a little later. I'll give you some background on this truck though. I like to build truck campers. We like to go to mostly Upper Michigan. That's where I grew up and I was raised there. We live in Wisconsin now, but we run up there about every other week. So anyway, the truck is a 1985 M923 A1 with the 855 Cummins. It's got about 25,000 miles on it or so. Non-turbo, automatic. I've always wanted to build this truck. I've always started out with like 3/4 ton old body style Fords. I'd find those out west and bring those back and spend a couple of years rebuilding them completely. I've done a couple of those, 85 and then a 1990. Ford are my favorite, especially old ones. So this truck, I bought it about October of 2024. I put it all together in actually about 6 weeks. I collected all the parts. I bought the truck camper new. It's a pop-up camper. I had that wrapped to match the truck, and then I started adding customized stuff to the truck. I'll show you some of that stuff in detail later. But we take it and we pull our Jeep. Like I said, we go to Upper Michigan a lot. We like to camp, then go trail riding, or up to our property. The truck weighs about 19,000 pounds as is. And I got the camper on there. We can haul about 60 gallons of water between the camper and the auxiliary tank, 80 gallons of fuel, plus a 5-gallon reserve. I'm going to be doing some custom lighting this year. I've got a lot of outdoor lighting I can kind of stick on magnetically. That works pretty good when you're outside and there's no power really. But this camper, on the back of the truck is also a pop-up rooftop tent that can sleep three kids or so. So the total people we can accommodate is about 6. Then we got the outdoor shower and a generator. It's got air conditioning and solar power too. We can go anywhere for about a couple of weeks before we really need to do anything. Alright, we'll be there pretty soon. Alright, we're just getting here. I'm going to throw the batteries in. Hopefully it'll fire up. Like I said, it's been about 5.5 months or so since it's ran. It's a pretty reliable truck. I don't think we'll have any issues with anything. We're way in the back in this big, tall storage shed. Well, here it is. I popped open the hood. I'm going to check all the fluids before I throw the batteries in. Here's what I was talking about. It's a 855 Cummins non-turbo. I went and did an alternator upgrade. Last fall I did the front main seal, take care of any oil leaks. Does have the 14R20 tires, the Goodyears. It's just back here. Been here since November. Hasn't ran since November. Oil was changed about 2,000 miles ago. Yeah, jump up here and check the antifreeze. Thing seems good. Bring you over to this side. I did all the belts last year too. The hoses are good. This year we're going to touch up some of the paint and do some minor adjustments, add some off-road lights. But now I'm going to start putting the batteries in. All right, I got the batteries all in. I'll show you what I'm working with. Up here. The batteries are under the seat in this truck. And here's the inside. This truck actually rides better than the Humvee we had. This truck does not ride that rough. It does pretty well. Yeah, there's a little trailer I have out there for fuel up north. Put a tank in the back. Let's get ready to see if it'll start. Turn the power on. Got to get a little bit of starting fluid. All right, we're ready to go. All right, there it is running. All right, let's see if it moves. All right, here it is in the light. Look at that view. Mr. Vinyl did that wrap for me. On the back here is the rooftop tent that sleeps 2 to 3. I took the pintle hitch off the back, did a conversion for the 12-volt power system for towing. Put on a regular trailer hitch. Here's the driver's side. I took the troop seats and cut them in half to give it a nicer look. I had contemplated keeping the side seats off, but it didn't give it a streamlined look there. I think it looks better like that. The rooftop, I should say that truck camper up there, once it unlatches, it goes about another 3 feet in the air. The sleeping quarters are up here. The sink, kitchen, that area is in the back. Here's the front. I did a trailer hitch receiver on the front, and also from some steps on there to get up on top to do those latches. All right, I'll show you the inside. All right. There, the air governor just kicked off. Charging system is working good from that aftermarket alternator. Got good oil pressure. Speedometer isn't working. I got a new cable. I need to fix that. Horn works. Me, the kids, and the fiance all fit in there. It's got a big wide seat. You see, this truck has had some work done to it. The whole front end has been redone at one time. I'll show you some of the goodies up in there. There's our water tank. Our ladder. Firewood goes in there. The generator, the cooler. Cargo boxes. Extra fuel. There's our ladder. The ladder goes on this side when it folds down. Okay, I did the air hose conversion with the reel. And, it's the passenger side. All right, let's go for a ride and get some fuel. Get it warmed up some. Gauges are still, oh, they're slowly climbing. We're gonna pull in here and get some fuel quick and then go on a little bit of a longer ride. All right, back on the road. I like to manually shift this truck. It actually performs better, accelerates better, manually shifting it. I think we're going to head back and put it away. There's a bunch of storms coming. After the storms pass, I'm going to take it out and start working on it again. But I think that's it. Thanks.